Yo, what's good, my peoples? It's your boy, Big Chris, aka the Compton Animator, and I'm here to bring you another WWE Raw review. So tonight I'm reviewing WWE Raw for September 8th, 2014. And before we get into this review, this right here, man. This fucking bro kick, dude. I just wanted to show that's I just love that right there. But so let's get into the review. Yeah. Let's start off with the Jericho match. Jericho versus Bray Wyatt. These two had a cage match. I guess this was the rubber match for these two guys. I'm not sure if they're going to do anything for the pay-per-view, so this is going to be their final match together. So Jericho and Wyatt, they had a okay match here. Not a lot of cage moves, a pretty slow match. Jericho's been my same problem that I've had with Rob Van Dam, where, you know, he does some cool moves like this jump off of the cage, but his regular ring style is pretty slow nowadays, and it just doesn't match up to, you know, other guys who are younger and way quicker and stuff like that. Very, very slow, but, you know, he did have some nice spots here, him and Bray Wyatt, and, you know, I thought this was the better match out of all the ones that they've had. You got Bray Wyatt, who him and Jericho fought with each other outside of on the edge of the cage. I mean, edge of the ring part of the cage, and Bray Wyatt just fell out for the win after Jericho did the big jump and injured his knee from it. So Bray Wyatt picks up the win here, beats up on Jericho afterwards, and hits him with the Sister Abigail in the ring to pick up the win. Okay match here. Probably on heads with their match at SummerSlam. The cage part made it a little bit better because you got to see some more stuff from Jericho here, but it wasn't really, you know, as good as anything. And I think it's just because Jericho's not up to pace as he used to be. But it was a chill match anyways. After that, you get Dolph Ziggler, who comes out and he starts going into this whole promo thing about the new celebrity picks and stuff like that, and how he has some. And he basically unveils his celebrity picks, and it's of The Miz, who he calls a D-list celebrity, and it's basically PG era nudity with The Miz wearing the face makeup and The Miz shaving his chest, and then they show one of him getting a spray tan by Damien Mizdow, and you get The Miz and Damien Mizdow and Dolph Ziggler, who do a quick little scuffle in the ring, hit Damien Mizdow with the zigzag, and The Miz and him have a big stare down. So this is just nothing much more than a bunch of PG bullshit. To me, like, it's so much you could have did with this. You could have had some really funny, kind of gross humor here. You know, do something more than just what they showed here. It was just bottom of the line PG shit and barely racy at all. Like him standing in front of a mirror, shaving his chest. I'm like, so these are supposed to be the pics that you found of him? Like, you know, give us something, man. Like, you know, this is where you can put little pieces of attitude era in here, you know. Make it funny, make it outrageous and stuff like that. But this is what we got. The crowd barely popped for it, and yeah. So next we get a Divas match and another PG bullshit match where you get AJ and Paige tag up against Rosa, Mendes, and Natalya. Natalya doesn't get tagged. I mean, Rosa Mendes doesn't tag in Paige. Paige ends up doesn't tag. Natalya doesn't tag in Rosa. Fuck. This match is stupid. So basically, Rosa doesn't tag in Natalya, ends up getting beat up on by Paige, and you get AJ Lee, who tags herself in, hits her with the Black Widow, picks up the win, and then you have them do a kiss the belt off, or whatever you want to call it, and just look mean mugging each other and stuff like that while they kiss the belt seductively. So more PG era bullshit with the whole, you know, we're trying to be sexy here. Like, either do it or don't do it. I did a whole thing in one of my other videos about, you know, either go that far or don't go it. You know, you could have done something else here. Then next you had John Cena do a promo thing with Paul Heyman. You have Paul Heyman come out first, and he hypes up the whole Brock Lesnar match and stuff like that. Then he says, that Brock Lesnar says they're going to tell a way for Cena to beat Brock Lesnar himself. So you get Paul Heyman, who comes out and he starts going on this whole thing about how Cena could win if he goes against all his fan base and if he stops all the never give up bullshit and stuff like that, and if he goes against the crowd members and tell the fat guys in the crowd that they suck and shut the fuck up and shit like that. You get Cena, who comes back saying, oh, this is what I am, all this stuff with the Make-A-Wish and the soldiers I meet, they make me who I am, they make me John Cena, I want to be John Cena, eat, sleep, be John Cena, that's what my motto is. And you get him, who scares Paul Heyman and tells him, either next week I will fight Brock Lesnar or I'll fight you. Another trying to turn Cena heel gimmick. It's like every week they have something different with the whole Cena Lesnar program. It's like they can't find one medium to go with to where, this is how we're going to play this up until Night of Champions with the Cena Lesnar thing. But you got this here. I thought Paul Heyman was okay, and I thought John Cena was okay here. Nothing too big from all the guys, from both guys. Just a normal promo here. So yeah, it is what it is. Pretty average. Next, you get a match between Sheamus and Seth Rollins. Average match. You get a tug of war with the belt with Cesaro, who came out in the middle of the match, and Cesaro tried to just distract Sheamus with the belt. They tug, Cesaro fall once the belt is let go by Sheamus, and Sheamus ends up getting kicked in the back and then hit with a curb stomp, which barely got him. And you got Seth Rollins, who picked up the win here. Cesaro got in the ring, hit Sheamus with the neutralizer, and then held the U.S. title up. So average match. Okay segment at the end with Cesaro hitting Sheamus with the finisher and then holding the belt up. So okay, average at best. After this, you get the only thing I really liked on the show. You get 4 of the NXT guys who are in the Fatal 4-Way match at TakeOver this week, and they come out and have a match on Raw. Tyler Breeze and Tyson Kidd versus Sami Zayn and your NXT champion Adrian Neville. And these guys have a pretty fun match here. Very fast, very high paced, a lot of moves. They even did the quick, holds and stuff like that, and chin locks and stuff. But they stayed quick. They stayed at high pace. You got some good pop from the crowd with them chanting the Olay chants for Sami Zayn, so that looked really nice. You got Tyson Kidd, who looked really good here. And the best thing about it was Adrian Neville. He came out, he did his thing. The crowd, the announcers hyped up the fact that he's really fast and he does these crazy moves and stuff like that. They hyped up the beef between Natalya and Tyson Kidd and all the stuff going on with him, and they even hyped up the stuff with Ric Flair's daughter Charlotte and her match that she's having at TakeOver. So I think they did a good job of hyping up a lot of NXT stuff here and hyping up the show itself. And Adrian Neville looked really good here, and his Red Arrow got the crowd to pop a little bit here, even though a lot of people don't know who he is. So I thought the NXT guys did a good job here, and I like the fact that they actually did hype some of their stuff up on Raw. I wish that this could be a more trend thing, especially going into pay-per-views or going into like NXT takeovers and stuff, to where that you give these guys some time on the main roster, and that way you can get some guys, some people who hasn't or won't check out the NXT on the network to actually pick up the network and check it out. So them two pick up the win here, and I thought it was a pretty fun match here, very high paced, and I had a lot of fun watching this match. And Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, and Tyson Kidd do a good job anytime they're in the ring. Next, you get a segment I gave 2 shits about, a Jerry Springer Bella intervention, and I could not care about this segment at all. You had Jerry Springer and the Bellas, they come out, he's asking them questions and shit, they bring out family members, they show the family members on the screen, they try to help the girls, and then you get them two who will fight each other and end up pushing over Jerry in the process. Stephanie was out there who introduced Jerry Springer. She got into the tussle with them and shit, and they separate them, and yeah, it's a segment I can't give 2 shits about. it's a bad Jerry Springer segment. It's like a bad part from his show. What would have made this very funny and made it very interesting is if they played the trashiness of the Bellas up here. They had them come out and they had them cuss and bleep, bleep, use what you can use, here, man, like, use the bleeps, use the, the trash talking, use, the crazy stuff that you can hear, go crazy and outlandish with it. If you want to go over the top with something and you want to use a guy like Jerry Springer whose show is over the top, do that here. That's the end of that rant. This segment was bullshit. I skipped part of this segment, especially this part when they was telling the Total Diva stuff, because I don't care. It's a segment that I just don't care about. And next you had another segment that meant really nothing. A match between the Dust Brothers versus the Matadors. Dust Brothers win the match pretty quickly. And when they walking up the stage, they get attacked by the Usos. I did like this right here, just the Usos coming out and attacking them. You had one of the Usos who did sell the whole leg injury here, so that looked pretty good. But, nice little attack here to lead into their pay-per-view stuff. Next, you get a promo from Lana, who basically comes out and she shits on the whole national anthem. Then she plays the Russian national anthem and laughs about our shit and has Rusev swing around this flag and shit. This would have been a good time to add some Mark Henry stuff to this, but they didn't, and they just played it off. One of the worst parts here, though, was you had the King try to play off the fact that he hated this and he wouldn't stand for their Russian anthem and try to sit on the floor, and he was struggling to get down to the floor, so that was just stupid as all hell. But this was a whatever segment. You got some American chants from the crowd, so I guess it is drawing some heat to it, but you could have most definitely used some Mark Henry stuff here. Next, you get another match that didn't mean shit, which is Adam Rose versus Titus ONeil. Rose win this match. You have the Bunny do a bunch of moves, like a super kick on the outside, then a big splash on the inside. The only part of this match that any matters at all is wanting to know who's under the Bunny mask. So that's it. Nobody cared about this match. Not really anything to it. After that, you get your main event, which is Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, a rematch from SummerSlam. These two went at it, had a decent match, I guess. Nothing really big to it. A lot of back and forth here. Roman Reigns did get some offense, but Randy Orton took most of it. Towards the end of the match, when Roman Reigns was going over, you had the other Authority members come out, beat down on Roman Reigns until they bring out a bunch of the backstage hands, and they start bringing down the cage that was there earlier in the night. And the crazy part about this cage coming down was you had Seth Rollins, who brought a chair in the ring, and Roman Reigns, who started coming back with some stuff, and Seth was trying to get out the ring, but while he was trying to get out, he almost got impaled by a piece of that cage, and I was like, oh shit, like dude, like, he almost got fucking impaled, man. I was like, fuck. So yeah, that was crazy, and happy that dude got out from that spot in time. Hopefully that was just a, planned spot and they knew that he was there like that, but that shit was crazy. So Roman Reigns came back, hit Randy Orton with a spear. Crowd did get a good pop from this. You get Seth Rollins and Kane who come in, attack Roman Reigns. Randy Orton gets a chair, beats down on him with the chair, choke slams and all stuff around. Then they get him in the middle of the ring with the chair, curb stomp on the chair, and you get the heels who stand tall, looking strong. And yeah, also you had a part tonight where Randy Orton attacked Jericho in the backstage, so it may be heating up some stuff between Orton and Jericho. So that'll be interesting if they do that at the pay-per-view. But yeah, after Jericho hurt his knee and stuff, you have Randy Orton come backstage and attack him and say, oh, this is the season premiere attack, or some shit like that. But yeah, this was a season premiere of Raw as well, so I don't get that. Like, I guess they do it like every other year where they'll say, oh, it's a season premiere show, and they'll try to hype up their own selves as a brand new episode or whatever, so trying to get people to watch. So yeah, mediocre Raw. Not as bad as last week's, but not really that good either. Average at best. I would give it a C. Yeah, nothing really to this Raw. So like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up in the comments down below. I'm working on some stuff to try to put into these videos, but I'm back at work as well, so working long shifts and shit like that, not really getting the time to do what I need to do. But thank you for watching, people. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for commenting, and peace.